What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Clips channel. This is our second channel, where our main channel has the full build process of this. But you get sneak peeks, get behind the scenes content, and you get input on the builds, which is exactly what this video is about. So in the last video, I brought up the debate, conversation, the argument of should we convert the GT3 to a manual and use the RS engine and swap it to a GT3 manual gearbox. Now, I'm gonna read through some of the comments here because I asked for you guys' input, and that's why I love the second channel so much, because I feel like you guys are so active down below, and seriously, you guys have made a lot of impacts on what you see on the main channel based on the feedback that I get from you guys on the second channel here. The first big decision you guys made, if you're new here, was when we were talking about building that Mark V Drift Super down there. We almost did it with the 400Z. But the majority of you said, no, we want to see the Mark V, do it on the Mark V, so we did. So that's just an example. But here we go. There's a little under 2,000 comments as of right now as we're filming this video. So we're going to read through some of the top comments, get your feedback, and we'll ultimately decide what we end up doing here, because we only filmed this like a day ago. Top comment from Mel Wash Mountain Bike 9121. Manual all day, the 991.1 already has the PDK with a smaller engine, so the 991.2 with the manual gearbox should balance out the two in terms of outright acceleration while being a different driving experience. I agree with that. Next comment says, original Momo. I'd say RS engine and suspension, but the GT3 manual transmission, best of both worlds. One right underneath it from Champagne MP24 says, this guy, man. Why would you want the exact same car you already have? Get a new feel. The only answer, manual. We're seeing a collective group here as we get to the top comments. But next one from Zachary Bolick. Keep the manual since you already have a PDK. It's a no-brainer. Madrid XO. The green RS is pretty much all stripped down. That gives a good base for an FD vehicle drift car repair. The holes, obviously, on car for roll cage, FDS suspension, and grip kit would make for the RS. Guys, I get a lot of comments about that. The RS chassis is so beyond, I don't want to say it's beyond repairable, because it can definitely be repaired. I have allergies, so this eye is really itchy, so bear with me. If you just see me digging into my eye, it's so bad. I need to stop touching it. I'm getting a lot of feedback on trying to save that chassis or make it into a sim rig or something like that. We're not even thinking about that right now. I've had a few people reach out that want to buy that and do something weird with it, which I'm leaning towards doing that. I also, while we're on this topic, thought about trying to frame it on my wall or frame it. Someone in the background, why are you laughing?
No, it was funny. I remember this conversation we had.
I even asked Brianna, Brianna,
in your living room.
Do you have thoughts about hanging this in the living room? All things we could potentially do, because once the car is shipped, it weighs less than probably 600 pounds. It's a pretty light chassis. I don't know. Let's stay on topic here. Everyone is leaning towards manual gearbox. There's one major problem. Buying a manual gearbox offline is impossible. I reached out to every contact I physically could. I reached out to every eBay store. I even hit up guys internationally, because there's a lot more parts in Europe than there are here or over in Germany. I hit up all my Porsche friends, and we've come up flat. Zero. None. There are no used lying around gearboxes. The reason why that is because the GT3 manuals was a much lesser spec'd option than PDK. That means that when people were buying this car that was new, or buying this car in 2018, 2019, majority, I wish I had percentages. I'm sure there's some crazy Porsche fans in the comments that might know this, but it almost seems like for every 9 out of 10 PDKs were built, there was only one manual, which is, I think, why the manual gearboxes or the manual GT3s have a premium versus the PDKs, even though the PDK is a better transmission if we're talking about putting down lap times. But going back to what you guys said, we already have the .1 with the PDK suspension, so why not change it and go for a manual? And if we go manual, we can also just rip that off, swap a manual gearbox in the back of it, and use the interior and harnesses that we already have rather than swapping out everything from the green car. So that only leaves us with one option if we want to do this, and that is buying one new from Porsche. Can we even do that? How absurd is it going to be for pricing? And what's the lead time on that? The good part about this is the gearboxes. You just take a fat one.
No. I don't poop. Women don't poop.
Said it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Women don't poop.
No. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. Yeah, it was a fucking heater.
You want to go get your live scent reaction?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
I will not. So you can do it. No!
Oh, you're on wheels, bud.
No!
It's not too bad. You ever try and get a cat near water?
Oh my God, it's so bad.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad. No, that's bad.
It's not too bad.
Is it? Maybe it's my allergies.
It's stale.
I can't smell much right now.
It's stale. It's like
There's
it's
no possible way it could be stale.
been in that
We're
barrel.
filming a clips video right now, responding to.
Oh no, I thought you were
everyone.
gonna put this on the real channel. Just. There was other things that came out with it, but. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, was this? Is it possible to get them out with those bits?
There's holes, aren't there?
Yeah.
That bit on it right now. I'm gonna put this down here so it doesn't fall.
Whoa, we're leaking something, bro.
I know we're showing a little bit of a sneak peek. We don't want to show you guys too much, but is it working? Kind of.
Is this an E46? It's working. Yeah.
Well, the answer is this is E46. It's no, which would. Okay, follow me to my office. What's
Wait, what
I
are you-
sent an
what are you
email
telling me?
out this morning? I'm leaking your poop. I got pics of your poop. I'm leaking onto it. I reached out to Porsche this morning. I have an email back. Let's go read it and see if this is possible. Because this was not in the plan. I wasn't gonna do this, but I guess it'd be cooler.
There she is.
We have one already, so I agree. The manual's where I want to go. I want to do the same thing as you guys. So
Will this work?
let's pull this up.
Oh, baby, fucking perfect. Boom. Money angle.
Here we go. So to do a manual swap. This is how he starts the email. TJ, comma. This one is going to hurt. That's how he addressed this email when I was like, can we get a manual gearbox, brand new in box from Porsche? Attached is the requested quote on a replacement manual transmission for a .2 GT3.
Oh my god.
I included all the items that you might be missing in your case. Please review the diagrams with all the quotes items shown to be highlighted. If you have a transmission carrier or want to source that, I can remove it from quote, which we do have the transmission carrier. I already did a little bit of research. The transmission carrier is essentially the trans mount. Is the same for the PDK and the manual. So, this is with the clutch. I'm assuming flywheel as well.
Yep.
Throw out.
Yep.
Pilot bearing.
Yes.
And other accessories needed. Shifter linkage.
Slave as well.
Slave. This includes oil, though we don't need it.
Well,
Okay, the good news is it's available. We can order it. There's 3, allegedly, from what I'm told. There's 3 new gearboxes that you can order. 3.
hey, you keep doing this. I just want to. What's your budget for wheels?
I already have
No,
those.
17s.
Oh, for the 350. We only need 4. It can't be that much.
Cool.
$800. I mean, I can't imagine it's more than $1,000.
Yeah, I found some for like 4 or 5.
Perfect.
17 by 8. 17
Okay.
by 8. I want that sidewall, baby. It's gonna look super fucking shitty. It's
That's
gonna
fine.
look real bad.
That's fine.
But I just care if it functions.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach out to these people. We'll find some wheels.
Okay.
You don't care what they look like.
No, I don't care what they look like.
Okay. Also, do
Just for this comp
Okay.
and other ones in the future,
you want to just hit up Chris and maybe put concepts on it?
if they're available.
Cool. I'll
Sure.
text them right now.
Okay.
Cool. That was it. Get back to your thing. Tell
Okay.
them that we're definitely not doing what you're telling them we're doing.
For those that are curious of what that conversation was, there's a drift series in California that we're going to do with the 370Z, but it's a 215 class, which means it's a really skinny tire, which is a really cool class because it levels out cars that make 500 horsepower. It's for like lower street cars, and we're doing like every comp west of the Mississippi this year, which is next weekend. I'm about to leave for Miami. By the time you guys are watching this, I'll be in Miami for F1, so if you're around there, come say hi. But for the following weekend, we're ordering a set of wheels so we can run that drift class comp. Anyways, this comes down to,
Drum roll.
drum roll please, everyone watching, make your guesses. Roughly, I believe, $25,000. Now, I do have a reseller's license, and I do have some other things that allow it to be a little bit cheaper. So I'm getting it for a little bit cheaper than this, but I don't want to say what I'm getting it at, because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I don't know if that even would get anyone in trouble, because we have all those certifications and resale license, but it's around 25 grand. And then we're going to pay expedited shipping, which is going to add a little bit more.
It's BRZ.
And we're already at, I just ordered more parts. We wanted to be under 130. So far we're at 17, 19, 22. Ooh, that rear frame bar I had to order today, because it's a structural part that doesn't make sense to you guys because you guys haven't seen the video yet, but I had to pay $4,000 for that. So roughly we're at $23,000 into this car. Let's just round it up because I'm missing some other hardware. We're at $50,000 now, which originally I told you guys that I wanted to be under 135, which that now puts us 107 out the door plus 50 at 157. So before you say, TJ, you're way over budget. How can you do that? Well, keep in mind that we're going to be selling all of our interior, our brakes. Now we're going to be listing our PDK transmission for sale, which those go for about $17,000. Now I'll probably make mine a little bit cheaper just to move it quicker because I'd rather recoup that and lose a little bit of money rather than keeping it on our shelf for a year until someone needs to buy a PDK transmission. So with all those things being said, and I'm keeping accurate track, we should be able to save with the PDK now probably $40,000. I already got a rough quote for all of our interior pieces. Minus the seats, we can probably get close to $15K. We have seats, we have brakes. I'm still hopeful. I'm going to invest more now for the greater good of this build and because everyone wants to see it, and I agree with you guys. I want to see it too. But I wanted to make this little follow-up video because I'm giving you guys the choice to decide here, and I think you guys have spoken. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass because now I have a PDK transmission that I also need to sell, but we are trying to make the best thing possible. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm getting blown up with phone calls right now. I gotta answer this. So manual transmission it is. Thank you guys for being active down below. I'll see you boys in Miami.